Hello, guys. Greetings. Good morning. From my side, my name is Augustine, and I'm here to give us another summary of the mass adoption meeting. Um, my today is the 13th of July 2023, and the meeting held yesterday by 12th of July 2023. And usually it holds by 4 p.m. West African time. And it's a 2 hour meeting, 1 hour monologue by the administration, and the other is a dialogue where people ask their questions. So if you're tuning into my broadcast for the very first time, it's a pleasure having you. We are the Simply Brilliant community, and I happen to be one of the many voices in the community that gives updates, or will I refer to myself as a broadcaster? I'm a broadcaster. And one of the things I do is to update the community as regards how we're making progress. So I would appreciate it if you can cultivate the habit of keeping yourself up to date while I make my broadcasts. And I also appreciate it if you like my broadcasts and then like my channel and subscribe to my channel so that you can keep yourself up to date. We are changing the world one day at a time, one person at a time. We are changing the world. And you can also join us to change the world. We want to get rid of the poverty class, in this our world. Anything that has to do with poverty, as our community builds our membership base to 1 billion, we want to make an end to such kind of, human beings that are living below standard. Poverty is something that the elites created and they use it to control us. Now we want to change that narrative. So if you are here, take this as a very serious responsibility, very serious, because we are going to succeed. And if you are going to stay with us long enough, then you succeed alongside with us. And in the process, you also become financially free because we are going to empower you. We are going to give you enough of finance so that you can use it to make the world a better place. That's what we are going to do. Okay. So, welcome to my broadcast, and let me begin. Yesterday, the administration, as usual, talked about how the community will move into our Joy G Givers promo. We've been emphasizing on this Joy G Givers promo for a while. We are still emphasizing on it. Why we're emphasizing on it is because we want to use it to give you and I freedom to be happy. That's what we want to do. And the administration said a whole lot. So I'm going to give us one or two updates while I share my screen. And then as I give you updates, I'll talk about what he talked about yesterday. All right. So let me share my screen. And I would first of all begin by talking about this bulk finance. Now, when you look at this, you find out that we are now beginning to gather momentum. We got to about 900 plus yesterday, you know, we got to about 900 plus. And human beings saw it as a buy opportunity, as a sell opportunity, and then they started selling. Well, I wonder how much of these ones will be. You know, the administration did tell us that we should accommodate them because there is a whole lot of activities that will happen in this community going forward. There will be a lot of buys, there will be a lot of sales, there will be a lot of pumping of Joy G and all that. So this is evidence. Some people sold. And as I speak to you now, the price is about 767. And a good number of people are still trying to buy, while a good number of people are also trying to sell. But I would say the mad rush to become an agent is still ongoing. Are you an agent? That's a question you should ask yourself. Are you an agent? If the answer is no, then the opportunity to become an agent is still before you. And I want you to know that every blessed day, the price of Joy G will slightly go back higher, to go back up, because a number of people will want to seize this opportunity to become an agent. So as at yesterday, it was 600. Now it's 700. Who knows? Before the end of today, it will climb to 800. It could even climb to 900. Who knows? Now, this is because the community are gearing up to start feeding the poor. That's exactly what the community is gearing up to do. Okay? So, this is the first thing I want to bring to your attention. Now, the second thing we're going to go into is BSC scan. So, let's now go to our BSC scan and have a look at it. And I don't know how many of us are really paying attention, but then I hope I'll be able to, show us a few things. So I believe my screen is being shared. The last time I did this, I didn't share my screen, but I think I'm sharing my screen now. So if you scroll down, I don't need to talk about this again. I've talked about it several times. I don't need to talk about this. This is the admin wallet. We already know. Good. So if you look at this started yesterday. This particular coin is the coins where all of the money we give to become an agent is domiciled. And yesterday, the administration was with Bederick, and it's on the blog. When you check the blog, it has been said that if you are an agent, go deposit one Joy G. And as at now, it's about 79. Maybe before the end of today, it would get to 100 or more because people are seizing this opportunity. This is Pancake Swap, and you are going to find out that over the next 1 week, Pancake Swap is going to deplete very well. Because how can you become an agent? It's simple. You have to come here and buy the available coins in Pancake Swap. So for you to have one Joy G, you come here and buy one. When you buy one, it means the price will go up. Because as long as this goes down, the price will go up. So the earlier you act, the better for you. All right. So now, when you scroll down, you'll find out that still a good number of people are having one Joy G. The question I'll ask is, why are you having one Joy G? Are you just having it for having sake? Or you just feel like everybody's having one Joy G, therefore, let me also have one Joy G? No. We are one united community and we cooperate. We work as one body. I'm sure you've seen an ant, a soldier ant. As an individual soldier ant, you can smash it, you can step on it and crush it. But have you seen, an army of ants? Have you seen so many? There are times where in Africa, prevalently, you will see ants that are running into hundreds of millions spread across a particular area. They are small, they are insignificant, but they are united. If you dare go there, even a lion coming there, the ants can destroy the lion, even though the lion is called the king of the jungle. And as a human being, you don't trespass. If you're going to trespass, you have to use other measures. If you go there physically, the ants can destroy you. Now, I'm not saying we are ants, but we are a group of ordinary individuals coming together and getting properly informed, educated, and financially impacted upon. That's what we are. And we are going to become extremely well to do in the future. And we are going to change the narrative. That's what we are going to do. So, people who are here having one Joy G, I wonder why you are having one Joy G. It looks like you are not paying attention. You are just seeing people have one Joy G, and then all you do is get one Joy G, and then you are comfortable. That's not the idea. For this to work, you must carry the Joy G and send it to this account. When you send it to this account, then it adds. And when it adds, collectively, the price will have what you call an uprise. We are hoarding these coins. We are kind of artificially hoarding supply. And the more we do this, the available coins in circulation reduces. So that concept of rapid price recovery begins to play out. You begin to see the price go down and come up immediately because there'll be a whole lot of activities happening, at the same time. There'll be a lot of donors that will be selling. There'll be a lot of agents that will be buying. And ultimately, if there are more agents buying, the price will go up because all those agents will come here to collect one Joy G. and as many donors that are selling, then it means that this price goes up. So it's going to be a balance. People are going to find out that if there are more donors that are selling, the price goes up. And when the price goes up, I mean, the number of coins goes up and then the price goes down. Now, if agents see that the price has come down to a reasonable extent, they can consider it as a buy opportunity. So, as a buy opportunity, they buy in. And when they buy in, you find out that the price recovers very fast. This is going to happen very soon. Okay? So, these ones that we see here are not just all these. You can find out that you go to page 2. Let's go to page 2. Now, when you go to page 2, you'll find out that there are still a number of people here that are having coins. Then we are not cooperating as we should. We should have all plugged in. All those who are having one coins here are members of this community. And this information has been given out as far back as yesterday. If by now you've not gotten properly informed and acted accordingly, then it clearly means that you are not in alignment with the community. This is the reason why the community keeps making broadcasts. This is the reason why we are trying to educate people. I don't know if these ones belong to groups, because if you belong to groups, you should know that by now you shouldn't be having one Joy G. Rather, you should move the Joy G into the coin, the wallet address that I've shown you. In fact, when you log in and then you follow the simple instructions, it's self-explanatory. When you refer to the blog, you will see how Blederick went about it. It's as simple as that. So I'm imploring you, if you are here, you are listening to me, do well to go submit your one Joy G to the system. And as long as you do so, we further shrink supply. And when we shrink, so that is, we reduce the available coins in circulation, and then we help to achieve rapid price recovery as fast as possible. Because of course they are just a little coin. So you begin to see quick moves. They sell, it goes down, they buy, it goes up. It happens very fast. So I want everyone to do well, who are members and are prospective agents. Do well to give the coins to the system and prepare yourself to get at least one whole Joy G. Okay? Now, these other ones that are here, I think they will soon become agents. Anyone that is having between 0.90 to 0.95, maybe as soon as the program begins, they will become agents. The earlier, the better. The earlier, the better. Okay? All right. So, let me stop sharing my screen at this point. Now, in yesterday's meeting, the administration said that a lot is going to play out. And one of the things that are going to play out is the fact that donors are going to sell. That they put in $10, we'll start with $10, and then when we give in $10, donors give in $10, they get an interest of about 50%. So that's going to be about $15. Now, there are several ways to see this. If you are a donor, there are two categories that you will find yourself in. As a donor, you may want to build to become an agent because you don't have the financial strength to come in as an agent immediately, which is fine. And on that note, you are advised to make sure all you recycle is your $10. And as long as you keep recycling your $10, each time you get an interest, you accumulate it in Joy G. And as long as you accumulate it in Joy G, over time it appreciates. Now, another thing is there are a lot of things that could play out. One of the things that could play out is the fact that in the new system that we are going to come into, which the admin is about to roll out, there are a lot of opportunities that you are going to have. Now, if you are a donor and you are given to quick gratification, what you are going to do is you are going to sell. You will sell off everything. So the moment you get your $10 and you turn it to $15, you sell off everything, and then maybe you can roll back your $10, but all of your interest, you collect it. That's a consumer mindset. So these are the two categories of people you will see: the consumers and then the investors. And I would advise you to fall into the category of being an investor, because if you are an investor, over the next few months, you can build to become an agent. And the whole idea is for you to be an agent. That's the whole idea. For you to become an agent. It may take some time. It may be 1 month, it may be 2 months, it may be 3 months. Because two things will be happening simultaneously. The first thing is happening is the price will be going up because new agents will be created. That's the first thing. Now, the second thing is the price will also be going down because the consumers will be selling. You can't do without them. In every organization, in every system, there are people who will choose to be consumers, and they are the ones that will come under the bottom. They will come into. They will be at the bottom of the food chain. They will be at the bottom of everything. There are always going to be people like that, and I can say that a good number of people in the community will come in as consumers, and they are going to find themselves at the bottom. If they are not able to keep up paying their subscription fee, then they are going to fall off. Because the whole idea of being a donor is for you to accumulate enough money to first of all pay your subscription fee. When you get this 50% or you get lower or higher, because the administration said it's going to manage it between 10% to 100%. Now, there is no way that you will use $10 and build over the next 1 or 2 weeks that you won't be able to have enough money to pay your subscription fee. That's very true. And the moment you pay your subscription fee, you keep up running on the system. And you can have some extra to also accumulate to become a prospective agent in the future. But if you choose to eat everything, then I can consider you as swallowing your future now. That's how I consider it. So people should know how to find themselves, where to play out in this system. These things are very important because a lot of people in this community are only interested in what do I stand to gain? What do I stand to gain? And that's not the right mindset, even though you've given a lot to the system. For example, myself, I've given a whole lot to the system and I'm still giving because I know that when the time comes, I'm going to reap abundantly. So you should put on that kind of mindset where you give, hoping that in the nearest future you reap abundantly. If I tell you the harvest that I'm going to get from this community when our community becomes in our economy phase, it's going to be such that in comparison, okay, the wealth by Bill Gates, by Elon Musk, by Jeff Bezos, when you sum it up together versus what I'll be having, you'll find out that there'll be no match. Now, this may sound outrageous at this point, but that is true. Every member in the community that are on the core team or backup team, these people, they will have so much wealth that there won't be any kind of present millionaire, billionaire that will rival them in the next few years. I'm not talking of 20 years from now or 10 years from now. I'm talking of in the next 3-4 years from now. But you have to persist until then. At any given point you fall, then, well, the tendency of losing it all is going to be there. So take note of these informations I'm giving you. I'm emphasizing on donors at this point. Let me reiterate one more time before I move over to the agents. Donors has two options. The first reason of being a donor is to make sure that your account never expires. Each time you give $10, you get an interest. You are not advised to sell that interest. You are supposed to accumulate it so that when it gets to a reasonable level, you use it to pay your subscription fee. Emphasis, paying your subscription fee. Remember that as a donor, you have an equal match to get 1 year from now. And we are still filling out the administrative KIDA. So we haven't filled it out. It's supposed to be 111,111. So I want you to take note that your primary responsibility as a donor is to be consistent for the next 1 year because this program will continue until we've built our membership base to 1 billion. There will be modifications over time. But as a donor, you should make sure that your responsibility is to gather enough interest to keep your subscription fee running. Now, if there is extra after which you have done that, then you start accumulating it to become an agent. And then an agent is the juice. The real juice is being an agent. And of course, all fingers are not equal. Some people may have more than the other. It doesn't matter where you find yourself. What matters is you can afford $10. Start with $10. With $10, there will be no excuse to say, my account is about to expire. I don't have money. With $10, receiving an interest of between 10%, let us say you are getting 10%. If you are getting 10% every day, in 25 days, you've been able to gather enough money to pay for your subscription fee. Between 25 to 26 days, you should have gathered enough money to pay for your subscription fee. So there is no excuse. Even if the admin brings it down to 10%, no excuses. But of course, you know that there are a whole lot of factors that will influence what admin can do. It's indeterminate at this point. It may be more, it may be less. He said there are a lot of things in his control to make sure that he balances the equation. He said that first of all, he can give room for donors to donate to more than 10 people over time. It won't happen immediately. At the initial phase, it will just be 10. But over time, he can expand it to 20 people or more. Now, he also said he can regulate the amount that you can give to one agent. Yes, he said that. Now, at this level, it's $1. It may be more than that over time. It may be less than that over time. He also said that he can regulate the number of times that you can give to an agent. He may make it such that instead of every day, it may be twice in a week or 3 times in a week. It's in the admin's hand. And I can say these variables are things that would make sure that this community will succeed. And I am sure that this community will definitely succeed. We've made so many challenges, mistakes, and all that. Well, I won't call that a mistake, because when you were considering Thomas Edison and then Albert Einstein and all those other people, they also tried out things. They were getting experience. They were learning how not to get it wrong. So every mistake we make, we are learning how not to do it that way. And admin has done a lot. In 7 years, he has made so many challenges, made so many mistakes, and he has experience now. So for him to have come up with this, he didn't just sit down and come up with it. He has thought through it. He has learned that you don't go left, you don't go right, you follow this way, you follow that way. That's what he has done. So I guarantee you, put your mind into this thing. We will succeed this time. Don't be among the category that says, I had the opportunity, but I missed out. Okay? So there is a pathway for you to succeed. At every category, there is a pathway. The first pathway is start as a donor. If you can't be an agent, start as a donor. And within the next 3, 4, 5 months, if you are consistent, 3, 4, 5 months, if you are consistent, you can become an agent. Now, let me tell you the mind of the administration. Admin wants us to have at least nothing less than 5 to 10,000 agents before the end of this year. Let me say it again. Admin wants us to have between 5 to about 10,000 agents before the end of this year. But how we are going to do it, it's in your hand, it's in our hand. Are you going to fall into the category of, are we going to have a community that will just be, consumers, that any interest you have, we consume it? I know that there are needs, but you should sacrifice for this year. Yeah, we've been sacrificing, but this is just one more year. Try and do this sacrifice for the sake of the success of this community. That is what I'm asking you to do. So you shouldn't be so concerned about, I would get my daily bread from here for at least this year. Your concern for this year is to concentrate on investing and building yourself into becoming an agent. If you are starting on $10, latest 5 months, you should become an agent if you are consistent. Now, it's okay for you to collect maybe a little amount to attend to 1 or 2 basic things, but not your daily bread. You shouldn't say that I am eating from this money. If you are thinking from that point of view, you are a consumer and you fall under the bottom, you'll be at the bottom of the food chain. And you know what bottom of the food chain is? You will fall under the employment cadre because you won't have the wisdom to manage the money that will be given to you. So at every given point, you will fall less and you fall less and you'll fall less from being an administrator to being in the billionaire category. And somewhere along the line, you fall below that level to be a millionaire. Somewhere along the line, you will fall and then become an employee, where one of the members of this community, as a billionaire or as an administrator, will employ you. And you will render services to them happily because you'll be paid well. But the opportunity for you now to become in that category is up to you to keep it up. I hope you get this. All right, so I've talked about the donors and I've emphasized on the donors. Okay, remember, this is the summary of the mass adoption meeting. I may not follow the sequence the administration is going, but when you compare what he said yesterday with all these contents I'm giving, they are relatively the same thing. Now, let's move over to the agents, the mad rush to become an agent. We've been talking about agent. Let me share my screen again so that we can see a few things. Now, I would still appreciate it if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel. I would appreciate it if you can subscribe to my channel. You can also click on the notification bell so that anytime I'm live, you get my notifications and then you come on board. Okay, there is a whole lot of updates I'll be giving the community very soon because we're moving into the next level very soon. And I'm hoping you get that. So, sharing my screen now, I'm going to the blog. Now, going to the blog, you'll see, oh wow, the mass adoption meeting. So, this is what I wanted to talk about. Donors only have 79 agents to choose from to donate right now. Now, guys, I want you to understand that 79 was as at the time the administration put out this article. Okay. We can make it 90, we can make it 100 today. Okay. We can actually make these numbers over 100, but it's in your hands to make it happen. Okay. All right. So now we're going to just take time to read this article very quickly. And like I just said, that this is the wallet address you're supposed to make payments to. Now let's go ahead. Looks like well over 10,000 members are ready to make a donation in the new agent system for goodwill to feed the poor. Now I want to pause at this point because in yesterday's mass adoption meeting, so many people were bringing up ideas like, admin, how about we using this money to set up jobs and then pay people? Now, the idea is you have to be very careful because at some point we are going to have a fallout with the powers that be. And if you look at the crypto space, the elite wants to control everything. They want to even tax cryptos. But according to the law of the United States, I've said this and I'm saying it again, that if you are managing a humanitarian organization, you are feeding the poor, feeding the widows, doing humanitarian works, okay, you are not being taxed. The whole idea of admin going about goodwill is to see that at every given point in time, when we come at par with the powers that be, they would see that what we are doing is feeding the poor and we are not in their jurisdiction, even though we are a market-based coin. So they won't have any rights over us because we are not using the money to pay subscription fee. That could be a reason why they could come for us. The admin was intelligent to cut off that and then use BUSD. So all we are just doing is using it to feed the poor and let it be at that level. Because if you try to bring up any other ideas like creating jobs, it falls under the jurisdiction of the government, and they can start saying we must tax members of the Simply Brilliant community because the Joy G comes under our umbrella, which is market-based. So I want you to be very careful to follow what the administration has said. Don't allow your ideas to override you. Allow the admin to lead you. He is there for a purpose. So emphasis are being laid on feeding the poor. If you are fortunate to get $1,000 in a day, in 2 days, please manage it in feeding the poor. The administration was also saying you can use the money to do your own basic things. In my previous videos, I said that between 10% and 15%, you can manage it. But I won't tell you what to do, because naturally things will play out. If you choose to allow greed to overrule you, then people will begin to notice it, because nothing is hidden under the sun. If you think that you are giving $1,000 and you use 500 to feed yourself and then use 500 to also help the poor, it will be obvious over time. It may not happen instantly, but greed has a way to take a better part of you. It starts small, and then it keeps moving, and it moves on to the point where people know that this one is not to be given such amount of money. So emphasis should be laid on feeding the poor. Okay, I hope you get that. Now, as you can see from the image above, 79, as at when the admin was making this article, 79 agents have set up their accounts and will soon be able to add info to their agent profile. So let's go down and have a thorough look at it. So this is it, okay? And when you look at this is what you will soon see, okay? Now, this is instructions. Allocate donations. Select up to 10 agents to receive equal parts of your donations. You selected agents. Now, you're supposed to update this, okay? And as at now, these are just some of the agents which are members of this community, and it hasn't yet become official. So exercise patience. Let's finish reading the article, then let's know how far. Now, the donation system you see in the image above is about to go live very soon. So agents should get ready to add a description to their profile when it does go live. So I think you get that. Now, members will immediately receive $15 in Joy G for a $10 BUSD, $1 per 10 selected agents. So what the admin is emphasizing on is you can only give $1 to one agent. $1 to one agent. So you select 10 agents and then you donate to them. Later today. Donation later today when we go live. Donation later today when we go live. Hopefully, there are no bugs to cause a delay in the launch. So what admin is saying is we should be able to go live today, and then donors can start donating. Permit me to say the word donors, okay? Admin calls them members. So there are two categories of people. From the perspective of the administration, they are either agents or members. And a member is someone that has an active account, okay? But I call them donors because they are the ones giving to support the agents, and the agents use it to do goodwill. So whichever it is synonymous. I can refer to donors or members as almost the same thing. So please get me right. Hopefully there will be no bugs to cause a delay in launch. Programmers are completing this work now. So everyone should get ready for this historic launch. Okay. Now, I think this has been made clear. Now, I want to actually talk about this. Why did the admins say that we should pay in BUSD and then get it in Joy G? It's simple because some people are saying, why not we pay in Joy G and get it in BUSD as a stable coin? The reason is because admin wants to pump the price of Joy G. He wants to pump it. Okay, so let's scroll up. Let's scroll up. I want us to go to this place. 10,000 members. So admin started some time ago at about 19,000, but as at now, 10,000. Now, for you to know how many people are, all you do is go to the marketing section under core team to find out how many people that are there. I'm not to go about it now, but well, I may just go about it so that people will get why the admin puts 10,000 members. So paying attention to this, we scroll down and when you come down, you'll find out that this is 9,605. Now, don't be fearful. Calm down, okay? Calm down. Because the administration said that he's going to restore back everybody sometime this particular month. Sometime by 30th of this month or 31st, around that range, right? Everybody that fell off will be restored back to the team. So calm down, okay? So, I would tell you, sincerely speaking, that a number of things that happened were from the administration's fault. He was going about upgrades and a whole lot of other things, and then a number of people got discouraged and they fell off. So permit me to say, let the administration bear the blame. It's not the members' fault. So forgive me by saying it's the administration's fault, but he wants to make amends for the mistake he has just done. That's why he wants to bring back everybody. So please, if you are among the category of people that has fallen off, or you know someone that has fallen off, we are calling on you to go tell the person that he's bringing you back. Even though he said there was a last chance, yes, a lot of things has gone wrong, and then he has corrected it, and he's giving everybody an opportunity to come back in. So I'm calling you to please come back in. If you are here and you happen to have fallen off, before the end of this month, by August of next month, it will be an opportunity for you to renew your subscription fee, stay in the community, okay? Now, you have no reason to fall off because with $10, it guarantees you that your account would not expire, and then over time, you can build up into becoming an agent. So that's on the donor side. Remember, I've not talked about the agents yet. I've not gone into details as regards the agents yet, okay? So this is 9,605. But that's not all. If you look at this, you see that the backup team is empty. Remember that he will restore back everything. So don't get worked up, okay? Rotator team, empty. He will restore back everything, okay? Now, when you come here, you'll find out that this is Rotator 23. Those that will get their equal match next year, you'll find out that this is 2,855. When you sum it up, you find out that we're shy of 10,000 or shy of 11,000. We are roughly about 10,000 something or 11,000 something. I don't know, but if you do the aggregate, it makes you understand why the administration said that this. Let me quickly go there. That's why the administration said that this is about 10,000. So I hope you get that. The administration is a very good mathematician. Okay. So these 10,000 people are going to donate. Okay. And so far, so good. We have about 79. We are hoping that before the end of today, they'll get to 80, 90. Because when you go to the first page, you see that there are about 50 people that has not yet submitted their information to this wallet address. And I believe that if they finish watching this video, they can do the necessary. Okay. Yeah. So now let's move over to the last thing before we go, and that's about the agents. Please, the reason why I want to take my time to talk about agents is because the administration said yesterday that it is the responsibility of an agent to advertise himself. Remember that we are a private community, and there is a reason why the administration put out a blog for you. The reason why that blog is there for you is just like this blog keeps the community updated. You would have your own miniature community that you will also keep informed. Now, let me give you an instance of what I am going to do because I happen to be an agent, okay? And as an agent, my very first responsibility when this thing comes up is to show my gratitude to the pilot of this system, to the captain of this system, which is the administration. Let me tell you something. It's not easy to come across someone that has wisdom, and the wisdom goes beyond himself to help humanity because he knows that the intent of these elites is to destroy and crush humanity. It's not easy to find such kind of wisdom. Now, I am not flattering the administration. I'm telling you the truth, the whole truth from my heart. So I show my gratitude to him in my article because I'm going to write an article, okay? I will show my gratitude to him and appreciate him for staying in the community with us for 7 good years plus. So I would show there should be at least 4 to 5 lines appreciating what the administration has done and has stayed with us in this community. I would also tell the community about how I've gone through the challenges so far. Let the community have a kind of mind, or will I say the biography of how I started, how I went about this community. Let them have an idea. The challenges I went through, the times where I wanted to give up, but I encouraged myself and moved on. Let them understand that I've been in this community and I have served. If you haven't served in this community, what are you going to offer to your community? What are you going to offer to your audience? What are you going to offer to your donors? Let your donors feel attached to you by the article you are going to write to them. Okay? Let them also know that at some point or the other, you have been able to associate with this person who happened to be the Chief Justice of the Simply Brilliant community, and he's a wonderful person. Acknowledge your leaders. Acknowledge your leaders. Okay? That's the whole idea. Because this system is built on the principle of love and respect. You can't just jump out of the blues, and all you just have to do is, I'm going to help. I'm going to give the poor. I'm going to, come on. You have to take your time and then give honor to whom honor is due. So after I've done all that, then I move into my main content. How I want to help humanity. Why I want to help humanity. How bad the environment has been, and how to make sure that with the fundings made available to me, I can help and then at least reduce it to an extent. And then I have a team. These are my teams. And my teams has been working with me for this number of days, weeks, or months. And I trust my teams that they can do things together to make it happen. Listen, don't be an island here. Okay? If you're an agent, you should have your team. If you don't have your team, I really wonder what you are doing. If you are thinking you are going to handle it alone, listen, if you do a good job in advertising yourself, many people will subscribe to your channel as your private blog, because admin will give everyone a private blog. They would subscribe to your channel and they would want to pay attention to what you're doing. But don't handle it alone. Don't allow selfishness and greed override you, possibly because you're getting $2,000 in a day or 2 days. You don't have to allow that happen. Have your team and work with your team. Your team can be close, your team can be far. We are in the internet world now, so a lot of things can happen. So make sure you have your team. As a start, how many teams should you have? at least you should have one or two people supporting you. And as the community expands and fundings are made available to you, you can expand your team from one, two to three, four, and as the case may be. Your teams are part of your employment cadre. They are the people you will pay. So when they work with you, you settle them, okay? Between $50 to about $100, it's up to you to decide how much you want to give them, depending on the revenue that is being generated by the donors. You have to make sure that you do a very good article. Not an article of 5 lines or 10 lines. It must be comprehensive enough, okay? You should also tell the community where you want to go. Is it the widows? Is it the orphanages? You should tell them where you want to go. You should have pictures. You should have videos. You should have interviews. People you've interviewed, telling them about our community, what we intend to do, and then let them give feedback as to say, oh, I'm so excited about this, and I just can't wait for this community to help me. I've been going through a whole lot of challenges, but I thank God that this community is coming to at least help me. Let those things be there, because people watching those videos, watching those things, they will feel attached. Oh, this person is doing a very good job. But if you are so scanty, people will see through what you want to do. If you are so scanty, people will say, oh, this one wants to come and take my money and go. You have to make sure you present yourself very well before your audience, okay? Now, I'm saying this because that's what I will do. And if you choose to do otherwise, well, that's your choice. Another thing I also want to talk about is the fact that you should update your profile very well. Nobody will do business with someone that they don't know. If you choose to put something that doesn't make sense, your picture should be professional enough. Rather, it should be like a passport. Let it be professional enough. Don't put a picture that shows something that is less of you, because you are an agent and you are a model to look up to. And the opportunity will be made available to you to become that model. You are given an opportunity to advertise yourself, and you are given an opportunity to grow, because what the admin is about to create is a free market. You know what a free market is? A whole lot of agents will be there, and agents will grow from 79 to 80 to 100 to 200 to 500 to 1,000 to 2,000. And all these agents are looking forward to get donations from members. For every agent, there should be 10 donors. If for every agent, there should be 10 donors. But you see, those donors has limited funds to give. They have $10 at this level, and then $10 they can only give 10 people. Okay, so it's up to you as an agent to entice your donors well enough to see you as someone worthy of receiving their money, even if it's $1. I hope you're getting it. So there is a whole lot of work to do as an agent. This is a career path you are creating for yourself. You are creating a kind of personal, non-governmental organization for yourself. And if you manage it well, your funds can grow from 1,000 to 5,000 to 10,000 to 20,000 to 50,000 to 100,000 to 500,000 to $1 million to $5 million. I am telling you the truth. And all this I'm saying can be achieved in less than a year. It depends on how well you present yourself. Now, don't say tomorrow that an agent has monopoly over the market. The agent took his time to build himself to that point. I want you to understand that there is no monopoly. The admin is creating transparency now. So don't say that, oh, this agent, because he's this or that in the community, that's why he has control over the market. No, everything is open. If you choose to say, I don't want to have a YouTube channel, and then you just want to sit down and then expect miracles to happen. Miracles don't happen like that. You have to make it happen by yourself, okay? So every agent in the community must be very, very meticulous in documentation. Show evidence, like admin will say, documentation beats conversation, right? I guess so. Now, you should also have a YouTube channel. You should have a YouTube channel so that when you make updates, you put it on your blog so that people can see. Grow your community. That's what an agent should do. If you're not doing it, then someone else who is smarter than you would get monopoly over the market. Well, and then tomorrow he's having 100 donors, 200 donors, 500 donors, 1,000 donors. He's not using diabolical means. He thought it out and worked towards it. Now, I'm happy I'm saying this, and I'm happy it's on the blog. So tomorrow you wouldn't say that the administration favored a few and then the others were not favored. No, everybody is given an equal playground now to play. And if you choose to play it wrongly, well, it's your choice. I believe this content has been effectively passed across, and I believe everybody has gotten it. And I hope we act necessarily, we act accordingly, and we enjoy the benefits. Okay. Now, there's just one more thing I want to talk about, and then that's after that. That'll be all. Oh wow, wow! Admin is actually here. I mean, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Like wow. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for being on my broadcast, admin. Um, there is a particular place I want to go to share my screen. I'm trying to get it. Hold on. I don't know if I'll be able to get it. I don't know if I'll be able to get it. Okay, let me try. Let me try. I don't know if. Okay, well, I was not able to get it. Now, there was something that someone brought up. Maybe I'll just go to. I'll just go to the WhatsApp. I'm not able to get it. Even on the WhatsApp, I'm not able to get it. Anyway, that's by the way. So I believe I've passed on the information. What I wanted to show was a sneak peek of the agents. It came up on someone's WhatsApp group. I mean, the person is a member helper. The person put it out there, and I happen to be one of the agents. Okay. And I wanted to show the community, well, everything will play out before the end of today. Everyone will see themselves there, and then it's the responsibility of the agent to update. I hope you get what I mean. So put your picture, put your best picture, put your Christmas picture. Permit me to use that. So put something beautiful. Let people see you and say, oh wow, I love this picture. Oh wow, I love this presentation. Oh wow, this person's plan is very reasonable. Make sure you do all these, okay? All right. So now let's go back and then see some updates. Some people had made some comments. So good morning, our ambassador. Thanks so much for the good updates of our SBC community. We win together. Beautiful. I like that statement. We will win together. I'm not winning alone. It's not reasonable to win alone. We win together. But you know, it will be in categories. Some will win as administrators on the core team, some on the backup team, some on the rotator team. Some will win as billionaires, some will win as millionaires, while some will win as employees. But the truth is, we are going to win together. All right, so let's move forward. Thank you, Ambassador Augustine, for the great job you are doing. You're very welcome, beloved. Now, hi, sir. My question is, if this agent program will be start, well, I think it will start. Can I donate more than $10? Example, there are 100 agents. Can I donate $100? Or I must start $10? That's only for 10 agents. Am I right? I don't get that, but I think I have an idea of what you're saying. Now, look at the thing. The administration does not want to start so quick. Okay, and then when he starts so quick, it just happens and then he crashes. No, he wants to start small. With $10, he can have what you call control. I mean, full control over how to manage what will play out in the community. He knows that there are diverse kinds of people in the community. There are the rich, there are the middle class, there are the poor, there are the consumers, there are the investors. So he wants to manage all of these people. That's why he wants us to start at $10. With $10, we can give to one agent, we can give to 10 agents $1 each. So we will get to the point we can give $100. We will get there. Okay, but don't be in a haste. For now, no. All you just have to do is follow the instructions of the captain. Start with $1, okay, and give $1 to 10 people. Now, I'm also craving your indulgence, okay? If you think that I merit $1 as a donor, you can also give it to me. When the updates are out, I'll do well to come to the community so that the community will know that I'm an agent. If you think I have served the community and you like the way I have served, then do well to support me with $1. Support people you know you can work with. Support people you know you can trust. Support people you know you love. The administration also talked about yesterday that he's going to make room for new agents to also be supported. So there is an equal and even playground. Everybody that becomes an agent must promote himself. There is never going to be a time where some will take preference over the others. It's an equal and an even playground. One of the things I would strongly advise, if you are an agent, please don't be fraudulent, because whatever thing you do in the community, people will find out. And when they find out, well, you will have yourself to blame. So make sure that you are very honest. Make sure you are very transparent. So for now, start with $10, give $1 to 10 people, and follow the instructions. Enjoy the interest the system will give you, which is for now 50%. And if it goes up, good. If it goes down, fine. But just allow the administration to lead you. I believe I made some content. I believe you understood what I said. All right. I would appreciate if you can also acknowledge. So let's move on. Good morning, Ambassador Augustine. Thank you. Thank you for good updates. Good job. Thank you very much, my beloved brother. Now, good morning, Brother Augustine. Thank you very much for your generosity. Well, it's service. I will say it's service, not generosity. I'm serving the community by giving updates, because so many people may be so engaged when we're having a mass adoption meeting. And I do my part to make sure that people know what the administration said in the mass adoption meeting. So this is the administration that is saying, good job, Ambassador. So I really appreciate the opportunity given to become a member in this community and to have served so far. I'm grateful, sir. All right. So another thing is Comrade. Comrade is saying, well done. As much as possible, I wish I can know my audience. This my friend says that his name is George Abala Asiku. That's his name. And this is Richard Afia. This is his name. I like this. So this comrade, well, it's okay if you want to use some slogan, but I would have wished I see your name. I want to have what you call a personal one-on-one with members around me. I want to know those who follow up on my channel and enjoy me, because I'm also going to impact in their life at some point or the other. So I want that mutual relationship over time, where we have a better relationship. You understand what I mean? Some people come in and then they write something, they give a bogus name, you know. I don't buy into that. Just come out. Now, my name is Augustine, okay? And I'm also the simple consultant. But I'm an ambassador for this community, okay? And when you go to the Kringle Cash back office, under ambassadors, under goodwill, you will see my full name. I don't want to go into details. My full name, Chukwegu Augustine Obidimma. Now that's a full name. But the point I'm driving at is people should know you. You know, you shouldn't just know me as the simple consultant, because that's who I am. You should know me for my name, Augustine. Okay, you should know my identity, Nigeria. That's what I want to feel from my members that are here. Okay, I hope you get that. So I'm rounding off. Hello, bro. Yeah, this is, I guess, from Bangladesh. Yeah, greetings, beloved brother. All right, so this is the last person. Thanks. Please, I just joined. Hope there is also going to be a demo for the donors to know how to go about their $1 payment. Yeah, I'm going to take responsibility to educate the community. Okay, not only me, my beloved brother and friend, brother Chief Justice, is also going to do that. And who else? A lot of people will keep updates. Just relax. It's going to play out naturally. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about before this meeting comes to an end. So this, my beloved brother said, he's Kamusini. Yeah, I don't know if I pronounced it well. All right, so thank you so much. I appreciate. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is, before the meeting ended yesterday, there was someone that came in and the person expressed a whole lot of negative energy concerning the fact that agents will come in and will make away with the money given to them by donors. Okay? And when they make away with the money given to them by donors, they won't see them again. Calm down and listen. Listen to this content I'm going to give, because the individual was so consumed by negative energy, and I felt it. Don't allow negative energy consume you in this community. Please don't allow negative energy consume you in this community. Okay, that's the first thing I'll talk about. Now, the second thing I also want to talk about is the fact that donors should make sure that they know who they are giving their money to. You have to have what you call, don't give your money at random. Every agent that receives your money should merit it. If you are an agent, you should merit the donations that will be given to you from your donors. And that's the only reason why I can say it's sorry. That's the only reason I can say it's meritocracy. Okay? So every donor that is giving should know who they are giving money to. Sorry, I had a call. They should know who they are giving their money to. Okay? And then every agent should be detailed enough. If you're going to get anything from your donor, be detailed enough. Okay? And if you're detailed enough, be transparent enough. Okay? And make sure that you build a family relationship with your donors. Those people are now your family. Give them the attention they need. Okay? They are giving you $5,000, they're giving you $2,000. Whatever they are giving to you, you are receiving it from them to help serve humanity. Let them know that every money that they are giving to you, this is how you expended it. That's transparency. That you become successful as an agent, they made you successful. So make sure you show them the love that are necessary. Okay. Now, care less about the people that run away with the money. Okay, if you run away with the money, remember that you put a collateral, and that collateral is one Joy G. As at now, Joy G is about 700, 800. Very soon it will be 1,000, maybe 5,000 soon, maybe 10,000 soon, maybe 15,000. So are you willing to joke with that collateral? Are you sure that when you make away with the money, you can come back to collect your collateral free of charge? Well, compare the banking system and imagine where you borrow money from the bank and you escape. With the collateral, they don't come after you. All they do is use the collateral, which is like 20 times more than the money you borrowed. So use wisdom and make the right judgments. So this is exactly what I want to tell people in the community who has planned some ungodly actions. Just beware that the community has already known that people like you will play out. If you choose to play smart, the system will also tell you that they are smarter than you 1,000 times. Okay? So let me stop at this point and end this meeting. Please do well to like this video, do well to share, do well to subscribe. My responsibility is to keep the community informed, and I hope that the community will follow the necessary actions. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart, and till I'll be coming your way again some other time. I would have introduced my team today, but unfortunately, the system is not yet up and running. So maybe next time I would introduce my team. Some of you are saying, who am I going to donate to? Well, there are a lot of people to donate to. But if you choose to work with me, it's a pleasure, okay? I would really appreciate it. So stay tuned to my broadcast, stay tuned to my channel, and I'll keep the community up to date. I love you guys. Till I come your way again some other time. Cheers, and God bless you. Bye for now.